today's vlog is a lot different than what I usually put out there. And the reason for that is it's got a lot of me speaking to the camera, next to the camera, and on the phone while the camera's recording. The reason why I didn't edit a lot of this so it would shorten things up and make it a little quicker is because I want you to get a sense of what it's like as an entrepreneur, as someone who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing and is just figuring it out day by day. I hope some of this transfers to your life and helps you out with any of the struggles that you're dealing with. Love you. I'm about to have my first Skype call podcast with Regan Hillyer. She's built a multi-million-dollar empire, coaching empire. She's a world traveler. She's fucking cool as hell. I'm really excited to interview her, but I need to get all this shit set up. No matter what happens right now. So I'm talking to myself a little bit. I feel a little bit of nervousness. I'm not like, oh my God, what is gonna happen? But I'm like, I've got this like anxiety inside a little bit, like a little bit of stress. Like, is it gonna, how's it gonna go? Should I do this? Should I do that? Should I, all this thinking, really? Like thinking. But I've done a ton of prep work with her on Regan. I know this is gonna be an incredible podcast, but more importantly, even if it isn't, even if something goes wrong, right, and the whole world falls apart, the whole world isn't going to fall apart. That's the point. Even if this podcast went horribly wrong, like my life is gonna go on and it's gonna still be incredible. Just saying that, right? Just saying that just relieved like 1,000 pounds off my back. Sometimes we gotta talk to ourselves. Sometimes we gotta realize that this shit is not that important. It is and it isn't. But you know what it really is? It's exciting. That's what it is. It's exciting. It's exciting exploring new boundaries, right? Going past your boundaries and exploring new shit. And every time you increase your boundaries a little bit more, a little bit more, and a little bit more, and then what used to be just this little circle now is this big, big, big area where you can do things, right? You could only do this much before. But as you continue to grow and grow and grow and grow and push your boundaries, then you can do more and more and more and more. And then at some point, you reach what I call ultimate freedom. Essentially where you can do anything you want. Want to travel across the world tomorrow? No problem. Want to jump on stage with 10,000 people and deliver a speech that people want to hear? No problem. You want to create a business because you got this incredible idea and you want to turn it into reality? No problem. You're dealing with an issue in life? You need to solve it? No problem. Even if you don't know how to solve the issue, you have the ability to find the resources to solve your problem. Ultimate freedom. Did you really? That's genius. That's genius. Regan, thank you. That means a lot to me. That means like a lot to me. I'm really happy you shared that with me. Fantastic. Have a great day, Regan. All right, later. The most organic. She said it was the most organic interview that she's ever been on. That it flowed absolutely incredibly. And she says she does 8 to 10 interviews per week minimum for the last 5-6 years. I don't care about it egotistically. I really care about it because it's some sort of validation or not. It says that I'm creating good content. And not good content, but I mean, it means that I'm gonna be able to help people in a more empowering way, right? In a better way. Like it's real. I want to get truth out. I don't want it to be an interview. I want it to be true. I want it to be real. I want to get to the core of people. And I think if I can get to the core of people, then I can share that with the world. And they'll feel that. They'll feel that energy. Awesome. they both added a lot of value. I think the conversation with Brendan is just absolutely incredible. And I think the conversation with Regan is absolutely incredible. Like, I just saw her randomly online, and so I just Facebook messaged her and said, hey, listen, I've traveled a lot. I rode my bicycle across the country for a cause I called Bike to Believe. I think you're really incredible. I'd love to have you on the on my new podcast. It's only going to get like 200-300 people, but they're going to be in your niche. They're going to be people that are going to be valuable to you. And, you know, would you like to be on? And she goes, sure, Kurshot. Please email my media manager. And then she gave me her media manager's number. She's doing incredible for herself, for others, and she's making a really huge impact. And her goals, and I'm sure she's going to get there. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that she's going to get to something like a Gary Vaynerchuk status or something like that, you know, because she's incredible. She really is. Man, you know, it's interesting. It's like I'm attracting these huge people into my life, like early on people. Like, you look at these stories, you know, like DJ AM and Steve Aoki. You know those DJs? Yeah. So, you know, like they were just homies back in the day, you know, and then DJ AM put him on, and they were helping each other in the scene and everything. Like, before they were huge, they worked together. You know what I mean? So far, I think the two huge people that I've worked with personally, or will be huge, like the thought leaders of the next generation, are Jake Ducey, my good friend from California, and then Regan Hillyer. She's from New Zealand, and she's incredible soul. People that are tapped in, like, she's tapped in. You can tell she's on another level, and not just financially. You know what I mean? She sees what's really going on in this universe, and so she's able to play with that. That's the power Steve Jobs had. Like, that's what people don't understand. Steve Jobs understood the universe, and that sounds all woo-woo, but that's the truth. Like, if you understand your environment and you understand how it works, then you know how to achieve results within that environment. And if you understand the fundamental levels of how the universe works, then you can, you know, manipulate it to work the way you want it to work. AKA, or in other words, change the world. Change it in any way you want to. For Steve Jobs, it was creating digital devices that connected the entire world. For Regan, it's empowering the human beings of the world. You know, like getting to the root, right? So, like, he connected all these people with these devices, but the people are just sharing. Like, if you go on Facebook and you scroll through a Facebook feed, it's like all bullshit. You know what I mean? It's just like a bunch of nonsense, just a lot of ignorance. But then if you get to the core of it, right, if you change the minds of the people, then you change the consciousness of the entire world. All technology does is it's a lever. It's going to leverage or amplify whatever is already existing. People make fun of Facebook, like, oh, Facebook's so stupid. What people are saying is that the people on Facebook are stupid. That's what they're saying. Get new friends, find people that are empowering, that are intelligent, that are doing things in life, that are, you know, and don't get me wrong, like, this isn't some, like, high horse mentality. It's just that everyone's suffering, right? I mean, all those people are suffering, and they don't know why, and they don't know how to fix it. It's my job and Regan's job to help people not suffer. You're incredible too, baby. You're incredible too, and I love you.